able to know the 5-number summary quickly and easily is always least to greatest. Laura, 1,000 points right there. And let's do this.
I found him. What's he doing? I don't know.
The 5-number summary is the following values.
He's talking to someone.
From least to greatest, min, Q1, median, Q3, and the max. Nice answers. If you put the 5-number summary in the chat, you get 1,000 points. Keep these answers coming.
What is it? What happened?
Hey everyone, how are we doing? I feel like I'm not high enough on the video screen. Maybe, I don't know. How's everyone doing? If you're here, feel free to say hi. I am here. I think I hear the video in the background. Maybe I don't. Let's go here. There we go. I feel like, I don't know. Let me work on the camera here again. We'll work on the camera. If you're here in the chat, feel free to say hi. I feel like maybe I should zoom out a tiny bit and then I can get more headspace. Okay, let's see. Zoom out. Ready? Zoom out. Oh, there's the zoom out, but I also went out of focus a little bit. That's not good. What a oh my gosh, autofocus. What am I doing? What have I done? What have I done? There we go. I think that's better. Better. You gotta have the Nightwing in frame. You have the Nightwing in frame. Let me see. Zoom out a little more. Okay. Yeah, it's good, right? I think that's good. I'm gonna have to work on all these framing up right here. And then it's on autofocus, which I think we want. Sometimes the autofocus gets weird. Sometimes autofocuses. So store on 1. Store on 1. That's on 1, that's stored. Okay, so I think that's got it. Let's go to the main screen, see how the main screen looks. Well, now I'm picking. That's good right here. Okay, we're good on that. Go over here. This is good over here. I think we've done it. I think we've corrected the video. Good stuff. Framed up here properly. I'll go to DV504 chair. There we go, DV504 chair. Too big on the screen. A little bigger. Let's see. Oh, it's hard to get that off the screen now. There we go. Bring it back on screen. Okay. Back to the Future. Off the screen here. I always wanted to fix it. Oh, that's not the right thing. That's MuBods. What's up? Actually, this one's framed up really well. I lock the drive. That locks that. Those are all locked inside of here. Cool. Just go like, yeah. What's up? Oh man, this is crazy. Just ignore me. Just in my car. I'll put my hands. I can't even go through the ceiling. This works perfect. This is a perfect space for me right here. I feel like what's going on? What's going on? Let's see right now. Working on everything. Okay, there we go. Work on it all. Making sure everything's right. If you're here and you have questions, let me know. I'm fixing things right now that are broken. Like, where's Skeletor at? Skeletor needs to be on the thing. Skelly, there he is. He needs to be at the top. There's things I've always talked about fixing that are just never fixed. And then I'm like, yeah. Okay, we need a Skeletor. Okay. Which am I not? I'm not using DeLorean outro, so DeLorean outro needs to be fixed. You're watching the Statue 1 fixing stream right now. DeLorean outro needs to be changed to be, where is it? We need to go to, we're in OBS. So on OBS, we need to go to source. The source is not a scene. Where's the source? Source visibility. There it is right there. Replace. We're not using that. So we're going to change that to, I have a lot of things is called, I have a lot of things. Really? Oh, within what scene? We're in the, what is this called again? This is desktop. Of course it's called desktop. And Skeletor. There we go, Skelly. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, can I have that on? If you come in, feel free to say hi. In oh man, there he is. He's gonna be on the screen now. He's gonna have a button for him. It'll be good times here. It's Statue 1. File, save as. Plus icon. Yeah, we have it. I don't have the Skeletor off on that, but that's all right. UT zoom. That's broken. It's broken. Tiny Brian's parrot. He's on here. There he is. But he needs to be at the front of the screen. Riley, download Jump. Let's talk about how to download Jump. Riley, can you hear me? Can you see me? I got the Skeletor button working now. So Skeletor is here to stay. Riley, should we get some Jump on your computer right here? Yes and yes. Okay, you can hear me, you can see me. Let's talk about how to get Jump. So OIT UTK downloads. Go to a web page. Let me put this in the notes. How to download Jump. Go to OIT UTK downloads. How are you doing with that, Riley, right there? OIT UTK downloads. So OIT UTK downloads. We're at the 8:53 mark. Stat 201. Downloading JMP. And with this, you want to click on software distribution. Under software distribution, it's going to have you log in. So if you go to available software, you want to go to download software and go to login. How are we doing right there, Riley? Go ahead and go to OIT UTK downloads, download software. We'll put up the 2 hours later, doing good on that. Okay, I'm gonna log in right here. So I'm currently logging in the background right now. It's gonna have me duo two-factor here in a second. It's duoing, and now here we are on this screen. So now you get here and you're installing on your own personal computer. I'm installing this on a personally owned computer, not a UT computer. Continue on, and from here, you're going to go to JMP and download the file. You will download Jump Pro for Mac or Jump Pro for Windows, either of these two. So go here and we'll throw you some Mubot points. You want to go here to probably Jump Pro Mac or PC. Which one are you using, Mac or PC? And I'll walk you through the rest right here as we do this. Is it Jump Pro Mac or PC? Mac or PC? Mac. So you go here to Mac and you go to this and you click I have read this and you go to download software. So now you'll begin downloading. This is a PC, so I won't be downloading it. Now I do want to state this. I'm going to pull up the other video we have on this also, because once you download it, there we go, we're on those office hours. Once you download it, you will need to unzip it. So I'm going to go to a past live stream right here. 4 days ago, we might have also done it. And being successful, Pearson, Jump, installing Jump. And so here's us getting the file, and I'll talk this through. So this is past Brian right here downloading the file, and we talk about what happens on a Mac or a PC. So I downloaded the file, it is now in my downloads. And then if you're on a PC, so this is, if you're watching this part of this video now, the other video has it too. But what you will need to do is go to your downloads, and on the downloads right there, double click the file. Well, actually, I didn't show the extract. You want to go to this file right here and go to extract all. So you can see past Brian talking about it right now. And he's probably going to go up there to the extract all. This is for PC. But I'm confused. Oh, you might already have it installed, Riley. And so everyone check out this video right here. I'll put it in the links. I'll timestamp to right where we're at right now. Let's say you're stuck. This video should do it. So Riley, so that timestamp right there, which you see in the chat, is where I finish off the rest of this with going through the files. If you're stuck, please let us know. But also, if you're watching this, that's going to be picking up right where we dropped off right now. So Riley, do this on your Mac. Hit Command Spacebar and type JMP. So hit Command Spacebar and type JMP. And does that bring up JMP? You should see it like Command Spacebar is a global search on the Mac, and it sounds like it's installed. But hit Command Spacebar and type JMP. And does it show JMP 17 when you do that? Sounds like you have it. There you go. And does it open up? Does it say needs a license file? If it says needs a license file, then we'll finish that. So opens or needs license file. When you open Jump, it should come up with the following. I'll show you what happens when I open Jump. Yours should look very similar. It's going to come up with these windows here, and it might even have a splash screen to start to say like tools and tips or things like that. But you'll get like this window right here with all the stuff you got going on. And so what happened? Jump opened, or Jump said need license file, which we'll deal with that if there is. And I will say this briefly right here. If you have the need license file issue, the license file is inside of the SID folder, which is right here, which is downloaded to your computer. So you can see the SID files right there. The SID files is where the license file is at, which downloaded to your computer, and that has the file inside of it. Did I show it? There is, and that's the download file right there. But the SID file is the license file, and you can see it right here inside of your downloaded file. Pass Brian. Smaller now. Shrink to my size. It sounds like, so with Jump Open, do the following. On your Mac, hit Command N. On a PC, I'm hitting Control N. Does it do that? If it does this, everything's good and you're good to go. Sounds like Jump's installed. So if on your Mac, you hit Command N and you see a new data table, that's Jump. So you're good to go. It sounds to me, from what I think, the 10 windows are just saying like, here's the startup stuff. Here's the files you have. It's just opening a bunch of like things within Jump. But if you hit Command N on a Mac and you get a new data table, you're good to go. Okay, you're good to, I think you're good as far as I can tell. And you can try loading up the new assignments. Would you like to do the first data analytics assignment? We could do it right here. Get the first data analytics assignment done. Everything was moved around on my desk. First data analytics. I don't think we've done it yet this semester. Do some work. I need another cup of coffee. I should get a Keurig machine for my office. Drink 4 cups a day. All the coffee all day long. Coffee, 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 coffee. Let's do it. Okay, it's your office hours. You get to pick what we do. So let's go over here to assignments. And we'll put this in the notes. Data analytics. Number 1. Okay, we are here at the 15-14 mark. Stat 201. And this is data analytics. Number 1. So now if you're watching this, please realize the most common issue people have is that they do not get Jump installed and then they just can't do it. You can go to the library to do these assignments. It is coming up here very shortly. The first data analytics assignment is coming up due on the 31st, and that is Friday, is it? So do not wait till Friday. I'll be telling you this tomorrow in class. I'll be like, just do it. It literally takes seconds if you know how to do it. So do not wait till Friday to do this. Now, if you notice, I will put video help in all of these, so you could watch my video help here, or just watch this video and you'll know how to do it. So what you are doing is you are basically just taking a random subset and submitting a picture. Notice the steps show you how to do it and where you need to click, and then you need to make sure this is on your file. So you will just take this right here and put this into your Word document, and you will fill it out. Make sure you have this. This is your points to start. So we can just go right here. You put in your name, your email address, your instructor's name, your section number, and or class day and time. Just like if you're in my class, only if you're in my class, Stat 201, YouTube section. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. I know we're like section 001. My grade takes off, you tell me. Instructor name, Brian Stevens. Your name, Brad Stevens. I'll be Brad Stevens. I'm Brad. And then you put in your UTK email address, like bytestevens@utk.edu. Make sure it's your real name. Don't put in fake stuff like I'm doing. I just don't want my name because it's like this is the student name, this is the instructor name. Make sure you have that right there. These are actually points on the assignments. One thing I want you to notice is the rubric on the assignment couldn't be more clear and easy to see, where it literally says you get 2 points for putting in this stuff. We've literally just done 20% of the assignment by copy pasting and filling that out. This assignment is mainly to see you've got jump installed and you can do a basic task in it. And the harder part a lot of times is the jump install. Now we need to take a random sample and get a good screenshot. I want you to notice that there are points off if you take a bad screenshot. So partial screenshots or extra parts of the screenshots will lose points. So be very careful. Take a nice clean screenshot. Like this right here is a good example. So I'm going to open up a different data set because I don't want people to copy exactly what I do, but I'm going to open up the Pokemon data set. So you will download, it's a bigger data set than the Pokemon movie rankings. How big is movie rankings? Good. It's got 8,000. It's got 7,000. So you'll be using the Diamond Engagement Ring data set. And if you have Jump on your computer, when you download this file right here, you can just open it inside of Jump. If the file does not open inside of Jump, then go inside of Jump and go to File, Open. If it doesn't open inside of Jump, like if it says like can't find anything to open, you might not have installed Jump, or it might not be associated with Jump. If you have Jump, just go to File, Open, and then double click the file, and you will see it appear. So now how to take the random subset. Go to Tables, and then Subset. Tables, and then subset. In tables subset, you're going to go to random sample size and type 8. Everybody will type 8. And then they will type the last 2 of their UTID. Now look at your UTID. I'm looking at my UTID. It's on my phone now, I guess. And my UTID ends in 11. Now I'm just making that up, but figure out what yours ends in and type it there. You can actually hit enter right there. And this is your random subset. Notice how it has 811 rows in it. And also it's a random subset. So here's the thing, your random subset is going to be different from everyone else's random subset. So if we see 2 random subsets that are the same, it's a bad thing. Don't do that. Don't copy anybody. You know what I'm saying? So here we are with our random subset, and now we need a screenshot. And let's put this as a separate video, part of the video right here. And Riley, are you doing great? Is it all making sense? Tell me what you're thinking. Let me know. Because now people make mistakes on the screenshots. A lot of people make mistakes on this. Here's why they make mistakes. Whatever you do, do not use your phone for screenshots. It's blurry, it's hard to read, it's not professional. You're going to lose points if you do that. Don't do it. You'll lose a point or 2. So with this, we need to use on a PC snipping tool and on a Mac Command-Shift-4. Let me write this down here so you can see. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out Jump. Tell me where you're stuck on it and I'll help out there. So snipping tool. So PC is snipping tool. And you can just go to, click the window button. Click the window button. Type snipping tool, or just type snipping. Use the drag and drop snip. Click Command V to paste. On a Mac, it's going to be Command Shift 4. So you go here, you press Command Shift 4 all at the same time. Very important trick on a Mac right there. You can use Command or Control. Sorry, this PC's Control. Command V or drag drop the picture into a Word document. Make sure to crop and only take what is needed. Okay. Riley, let me know where you're stuck or anything and I can help out there. Let me know if there's issues with jump, with the file or anything. But let me know where you're at and we'll make sure we'll help you out. So what does this look like for me? I've got snipping tool pinned on my bar. You can pin things by right clicking them and just tons of screenshots right there. You can take screenshots over time periods, lots of options. And we're just going to go here to the data. I'm going to unselect the rows right there, just clicking around. You can click, but hold Control or Command to deselect something if you want. Now we're going to go here and click snipping tool and go to new snip. And then I'm going to go all the way here. And let's say I do this. This is not a good screenshot, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Preferably, how do I get that random sample thing you did at the beginning? Go to tables and then subset, and then type 8 plus the last two of your UTID. 8 plus the last two of your UTID. Go to tables and then subset, tables, subset, and then 8 plus the last two of your UTID, whatever those are. Let me know if you're stuck. Thank you, Riley, for asking. There's some UBOT points. So, and you get happy Skeletor for the first day, the first time right here. Skeletor, happy about that. So with this, when you take your screenshot, this would be a bad screenshot. You could re-screenshot it, but let's say you still take a bad screenshot. This is not how your screenshot should look because you have the stuff at the bottom. That'll lose you points. Good job. If you didn't do that, excellent. You did it correctly. What you want to do is you want to paste this with Control V or Command V into your Word document. And if you did make the error that I made, which would lose you points down here, you can always click the picture. By clicking the picture, if you've taken too much, you can actually go to Picture Format and go to Crop. That's Picture Format and Crop if you have taken too much. Then you simply grab these tiny little black bars right there and pull them up. You can even pull it over right here to get the perfect screenshot with exactly what you want to see. You can expand this a little bit, make it nice and big, and even give it a little border or whatever you want. Just make it nice and purty right there. If I came, yeah, no worries. What are you, Riley, where are you at? Which part are you on right now? This is the end product, and I do have office hours in person. I believe it's 12:45 to 2:30. You can come by. We're just there in the Milton area. So you can swing by. I can help out. Just let me know where you're stuck. It's whatever it works best for you. You're trying to get to this end product right here. And so there is the Milton. I think this is the correct video. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yep, it's the right video. So that video right there will show you how to get to my office. And this is the end product you're looking for. Notice it has my name. I'm Brad right now. Has my email. Still the same email though. Has my instructor. Has my class. Has the screenshot. So you go to your rubric and you say, okay, I put the information at the top. They're going to click this button. I took my random sample. I took a screenshot that was the appropriate screenshot, and I completed the assignment. Now, what I'm going to do right here, I think I can throw it onto this one. Let me go do this. Let's add a little bit of bonus. And I'll have to tell people they can do this. Let me go over here to hours later. I need to edit the rubric. Riley, if you have questions, let me know. Let me go to edit. Plus criteria. Can I add a point to 1 point? I can't. Wait. Discord. Screenshotting. Yeah. Your jump is just blank. Yeah, I can help out with that. Why does that say the whole thing is 0.4 now? Oh no, I changed it. Cancel. Cancel this. Cancel this. Add a rubric. Plus criteria. New criteria. Discord screen. Okay. Okay. There we go. And I'll tell people tomorrow in class that they can update their assignment and throw in a Discord screenshot at the end showing that they are in the Discord saying hello. So I want as many people to join the Discord as you can, because people are on the Discord today being like, there's a problem with MyPearson. We were trying to get it fixed up there, but just throwing out an extra point, one extra point, it's not a lot. It's worth it though. All you gotta do is join the Discord, and then you get a free community to help out with. And I could put a screenshot on here to be like, example screenshot of saying hi on Discord. Let me go do that. Let me put that on here. Go here. And hello. Everyone's gonna be doing what I'm doing now. Oh man, everyone's gonna be doing what I'm doing. Like to get it up to there. There we go. Let me delete all this. There we go. There's the. Well, let me go back. Everyone, what are you doing on this? What are you doing on Discord? Delete. Swing by, Riley. We'll help out. We're almost delete. Okay, got that. Let's go paste this in. Edit. Discord bonus must show you're in the stat channel and saying something. Can be hello or anything that you posted. Make sure you're in the stat one channel. Okay. There we go. Got that done. Oh, hey. 320. Oh, yeah. So tired today. What's up, Daryl? I'm adding bonus to assignments. What are you up to, Daryl? Jared Leto to play Skeletor. Is that new or is that old? 2024. Jared Leto, the guy who didn't he play the Joker and Morbius? Now he's gonna play Skeletor. He's the Morbin time guy. It's, I don't know. If you have questions, ask them. We're just relaxing here, getting a little bit of work done. Ask away. We just went over the data analytics 1. And we could do some Pearson. Whatever people want. Go. Looking at all my emails. Yay! Wednesday works great. I just got done watching a video on displaying a summarized movie. Awesome. Did you get the thing? Did you get the assignment done? If so, Daryl, you're just doing great, man. That's awesome, because just finding the videos, doing them, working through them, that's kind of the goal, is that there's a lot of resources. Like I try to make more resources, and then my wife will sometimes be like, don't you have like a billion videos on your channel? I'm like, well, yeah. Do you want to do an assignment? We could do chapter 2 gets a little more difficult. We could do Pearson chapter 2. We could do data analytics 2. You name it, we do it. I still got like 30, 40 minutes. You name it, we do it. Just say, how about Pearson chapter 2? How about data analytics 2? They're not, once you know how to do them, they're not that bad. Homework 1, homework 2, homework 3. You pick it, we do it. It doesn't hurt to do things early, especially earlier on this semester when less people come to office hours and we're just chilling. You say, Brian, how about Pearson chapter 2 homework? And don't worry about watching ones in the past, because I'm here currently. And then my hand disappears from the green screen. I don't know why it's making my hand disappear. That's weird. It's like a alternate universe through my hand. Why is that doing that? Chapter 2 homework. Let's do it. Chapter 2 homework. MyPearson. Let's see. Log in. Getting it pulled on. Okay. Wrong course. You having trouble? Oh no, is it still crashing? We had Pearson troubles earlier. Working through it. You gotta be like, we got this. Okay. Let's go check it out. Okay. And let's go here and go to replace questions. And here we are into the assignment. We have at the 33:05 mark, Statute 1, MyPearson, Chapter 2 homework. Okay, let's do the first question. Chapter 2 is about summarizing and displaying univariate data. This one is categorical, meaning a pie chart. Now, pie charts and bar charts are interchangeable. You can make a bar chart your favorite pies and a pie chart your favorite bars. So just remember that right there. Bar charts and pie charts are interchangeable, and they go with things like Pareto's and frequency tables and ring charts. When you look at a pie chart, you should know it's categorical. Try this. Try going to the MyPearson site. And does this load for you right here? Tell me if this loads, Daryl. Go to the MyPearson site and let me know if that loads. And if not, I'll go through this and make a video for you right here, and we can have it in video format. And that way you can come back, because it should be working. Fingers crossed, right? Is this an appropriate display of data? I don't love this question, but yes, it basically is, because when you have categories, you want them to fall each into one category, and that's what is making a good pie chart right there. So yeah, which was the least common? Least common is going to be the smallest sliver right there. It'd be easier to see if it was bars, but that's going to be NC-17. Basically, no movies get that rating, not even Deadpool. I feel like Deadpool would be that years ago. So they're just having you seeing the frequencies within here of most common, least common, and this is an appropriate display of data because we can just section it off into pies. And the most common category has the most space on a pie chart, and the least common category has the least space on a pie chart. That's how pie charts do. Let's go on. We can get it all right. Yes, because it falls in one category. NC-17. There we go. Good. Next question. A university teacher saved every email from their students. He then counted for each student who had sent him at least one email, how many emails each student had sent. What does the accompanying histogram say about the distribution of emails sent by students? Now, this is it quantitative or categorical, Daryl? What do you think? Emails sent by a student. Is that a quantitative question or a categorical? The amount of emails a student sends, is that quant or cat? What do you think? What do you say? Bless you over there. Someone sneezed. Quant or cat? The amount of emails a student sends. Good. We were disappearing a moment ago. The amount of emails a student sends, is it quantitative or categorical? Quantitative means actual real numbers. We can do mathematics on it. That won't let me on either, but quantitative, exactly. Quantitative, because it's real numbers. And histograms are ways to display quantitative data. Do you want me to walk you through this, Daryl? I can do that. We could do something else. We could do the data analytics if you want. We can just switch and do data analytics. You call it. I'll keep going through the assignment. You can come back and see it when it works. I don't know what's going on with MyPearson. It's working for me, but it was broken earlier. So histograms are ways to display quantitative data. And when we display quantitative data, we talk about things like shape, center, spread. So we take a look at the histogram, and that's interesting. We know in this class about Monster Man. You'll find out about him next class. We have a saying about Monster Man, right to the high, left to the low. Yeah, So this is to know which way it's skewed. So we draw Monster Man. So we say right to the high, left to the low, whatever way the Monster Man's tail goes. And maybe I didn't make it clear because he should have some color other than blue. So we're making him a UT Orange Man, Monster Man. But right to the high, left to the low, whatever way the Monster Man's tail goes. So what way is this skewed, Daryl? You look at the Monster Man's tail. What is the difference between a histogram and a bar chart? So histograms are quantitative. And if you look at a histogram, on the axis of a histogram, ooh, this is good right here. This is so good. On the axis of a histogram, you see what at the bottom of it? So what do you see at the bottom of a histogram? Down here at the bottom on a histogram, what do you see? So take a look at the histogram, and on the bottom of it, you see what? Very important on a histogram because it's quantitative versus over here on a bar chart is categorical. The numbers, exactly. So they're very similar in nature. They both deal with bars, like a histogram has bars. I don't know if we call it a histogram. A histogram. Why is it called a histogram? I don't know. Displays quantitative, excuse me. Displays quantitative data that is continuous. It can be discrete, I guess, but it's quantitative. So a histogram is quantitative data. So like the year someone was born, maybe this is all Gen X and millennials and their birth dates in the 80s, 70s, and 60s, us darn millennials. And yeah, exactly. So histograms are quantitative where bar charts are categorical. The key difference being if you look at a bar chart, you'll see the categories and the frequency of them, where a histogram does show the frequency of how often something occurs within a range, but the range is a quantitative, not a group. So really good question, Daryl. That's things you need to know. That's why histograms are quantitative and bar charts are categorical. So notice the color differences right there with the color coding I have on the screen, and this graphic really accentuates those differences. Those are good questions you want to ask. Now, only histograms can have skew. So skewness is the way the tail of the histogram is pulled out. So this is number of emails, which is quantitative, and it is right skew, which means it's pulled towards the high side, right to the high. So it's positive skew, high skew. Does that make sense what skew is, Daryl? You look at what way the tail goes. So because this right here, this tail goes to the right side, we say it's right skew, which you can say it's right skew, it's skewed to the high side, or as positive skew. Yep. And so you just draw a left skew histogram like this. That'd be a left skew. And you just draw your little monster man here. And then you just look at where his tail goes. Right to the high, left to the low. So that'd be left skew. This would be left to the low. So left, low skew. And then you have symmetric, which just means if you cut it in half, it's symmetric. So things are either more symmetric, like our faces are, where you can just fold it, and then, or right skew to the high side pull, or left skew to the low side pull. Right to the high, left to the low, whatever way the monster man's tail goes. So it's a very right skew histogram right here, and it's skewed to the right. It was most common for them to only send one or two. That looks right. There we go. So what way is this skewed? How's this monster man doing? Symmetric, left or right? What do you think, Daryl? Symmetric, left or right? What do you think? How's this monster man looking? Symmetric, left or right? You just draw your monster man on it. You go, wee. There's a left skew monster man. That is a left skew monster man, right? He's always looking at the skew. You just see which way he's looking. So that is a left skew monster man, left to the low. So we have a left skew to the low monster man. I've had PhD students tell me they still remember how to do monster man. They're like, right to the high, left to the low, whatever way the monster man's tail goes. I tell people that in my PhD program, I say, that's awesome. That means a lot to me when people are still using these skills. It's because it's hard to remember what way skew goes. It's like, which way is the left skew, right skew? So where the tail goes. What was the most common? We look for the area of centrality, which is kind of where most of the data is, like the central portion. Thank you, Daryl. It's little things like that. I like, you want people to use what you teach them. So I'm like, that's awesome. And then they imagine someone in research being like, right to the high, left to the low, whatever the monster man's tail goes. I thought that would make my day. 78, 76, 74. The peak of the histograms around 74 to 76. We call that the modal area, or there's kind of really just one modal area, mid-high 70s, right there. Is there two modes? No, because it's saying the other mode it's saying is 64 to 6. I don't see a mode right there. Maybe that, but no, there's one mode. It's debatable if there's two, but not in that other area. Let me just show that again in case people were wondering. If there were two modes in this, which are modality, bimodal distribution, the other mode would be if there was two most common areas, not most common numbers, but modality means area of commonality. It'd be here and here. And this is around 76 if you look at where this hits here, and this is around 82. And so it didn't give us this option, and this is the stronger peak, so we went with that. The one that talked about there being a second mode was saying around 66, I think, which is not where a second mode is at. So modality is peaks: unimodal, bimodal, trimodal, multimodal, and uniform, where there's no peak. So uniform is flat, and the other ones speak to how many peaks there are. Very much one strong peak here, unimodal, slight bimodality, but the question itself didn't give us that option. So good stuff. Good practice. Modality is a portion of shape. It just means how many areas of strong concentration of data are there. The company histogram shows us the life expectancy of 190 birth countries. Let's take a look. What would you expect to be larger, the median or the mean? Let's take a look. This is the left skew. So the mean follows the skew. The mean follows the skew. And you know what I bet I could do? Make a shiny app in R that allows me to demonstrate how the mean follows the skew. Make sure to use ggplots and plotly to make this amazing. Have a normal distribution and display the values of mean and median numerically and visually, and then have someone input an outlier and we can see the changes. Yes. So, and I'm gonna try this right here for this question in a second. Daryl, great job. What you'll notice is the mean is gonna get pulled in the direction of the skew. And I'm gonna see if I can do a demonstration here with it. It'd be crazy if this works. So because this is left skew, the mean is going to go in that direction. The mean follows the skew, so the mean is going to be lower than the median, and so the median will be higher. It's coding away from me right here. So the median will be larger because the distribution is left skewed. It's going to be really cool if this works. What would you report? Okay, so if data is skewed, we report the median, because the median is not impacted by outliers. So since it's skewed, we should report the median. This is a huge note, Daryl, and so I'm basically giving my answers here. But we determine the center and spread based on the shape of the distribution. We determine the center and spread of a distribution based on its shape. When a distribution is more normal, we use the mean and standard deviation. When a distribution is more skewed, we use the median and IQR for center and spread respectively. So let's see if this works. Please work. Oh, wow. See, look. Add an outlier. Yeah. Oh, wait, number of sample size. Let's go small sample. 10 observation. Yes. Okay, the red line. This is good. The red line is the mean. And notice that, so we want to tell it, label the red line. Make sure in the graphic, the red line is labeled mean. And the green is labeled median. And so now it's updating my code for me. It is so crazy what you can do. Like, I could code most of this on my own. It would just take me way long to do this. But now it's going to update the ggplot. So it's going to do it right in here is where it's going to update it. We should start to see updates there. There it goes. And here it's going to add a label or something to it. It's got to add it. Where it says, there it is. There's the annotation text. Okay, it's got it. I knew where it had to go. I just didn't want to write all this code. And then we'll do the next 2 questions here. And I think that's got it. Okay, there we go. It finished it up. Let's regrab the code. Go back here to R. I think we closed out the app. And now, please work. Please work. It worked just a second ago. You gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me it's not gonna work now. Oh, it's working. Okay, we want to go down to a sample size of like 20 observations and 21. There we go. That's good, normal looking data. And then, 40 observations. We want 10. 10 will make it so, or just 6 observations. There we go. And you can see the mean follows the skew. And you can see the mean getting lower, and the mean follows the skew. So the mean follows the skew. Does that make sense, Daryl, right here? The mean follows the skew. Only 6 observations, 10 observations. We go here to the right, mean goes to the right. Go here to the left, mean goes to the left. The mean follows the skew. So a little tiny nice app right here to show that. It's hard to see with 100 observations, but you can just put an outlier way down here and you see the mean, the red line following it. I guess it might work best around 40 observations. Yeah, it's good right there. The mean follows the skew. The mean goes in the direction. Exactly, because an extreme value will pull the mean in that direction, but the median's the middle number. So I think a lot of people know that, but just a little, I mean, I just made this app here where it shows you the mean and median for the data. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. A little fun little app. Okay, mean follows the skew. That's the concept to know. That's what you have to know, mean follows the skew. Let's do the next one. Another student surveys members of the student club and finds the balance on their credit cards is strongly skewed. She would be better off reporting which statistic typical balance for the center. Do you remember what 2 values are the only values of center I'm picking from? What are the only 2 values of center we really talk about in this class? Now there's other values, but what are the only 2 values of center which I really go into detail on? What are the only 2 values of center that I kind of mentioned? So you first figure out the shape, and they figured out it's skewed. So what are the only 2 values of center? There's only 2 possible answers to this question. So watch how we can solve this question and be like, okay, she wants to talk about measures of center. So if this was a test question, close. Daryl will throw you some points for that. So you were kind of correct. And I'll tell you why you are kind of correct. So the only 2 possible answers right here for center. So when it says reporting the value of center is going to be either the mean or the median. But because she knows that her data is skewed, which I think is what you're going with, strongly skewed, that means she would only be using the median or the IQR. The IQR is a measure of spread. So you are correct, you would use median and IQR here, but IQR is the measure of spread for skewed data, and this is the measure of center. So, and we'll highlight center right there because center is what we're looking for. Does that make sense? So when it says they're looking for a measure of center, the only 2 answers are mean and median. When it says they're looking at strongly skewed data, the only answers are IQR and median. So the reason it's median is because we're talking about center, not spread. So if this question were to merely change right here and say spread of the data, like if we were just what value best represents the spread of the data, then it would be IQR for skewed data. So perfect, good answers. And yep, so it's gonna be the median. This is a very good conceptual question. The median because of outliers and skewed data. Yep. The company histogram shows life expectancy of birth rates and all that good stuff. What represents, would you report the standard deviation or IQR? So this data is whatted. The data looks whatted. First thing we do is we look at the shape. After you do shape, you can figure out the center and spread respectively. IQR, boom, you literally said it perfectly. So after you look at the shape, you will either figure out if it's normal or skewed, more skewed than that, there we go. And because this is skewed, it's gonna be IQR for spread and median right there. And since it says what is the value of spread, it is going to be the IQR. Once again, don't look at their answers. The better you can not click it, the better you are. So we're going to do the IQR because the data is skewed. We're almost done. Quiz 2, almost done. Come on, MyPearson, you can do it. You can do it. We did it. Okay, would you expect distributions of these variables? This is a tough one for people to be uniform, unimodal, bimodal, symmetric, or skewed. So it really helps if you can draw these out. And when you look at this right here, what does it mean for something to be uniform? Uniform means everything. So uniform is flat. Unimodal is one peak. Bimodal is two peaks. And left skew means pulled to the left side, Monster Man that is, and right skew means pulled to the right side, Monster Man that is. So when we look at this right here, we have to think which of these kind of makes sense on the way it'd be skewed or not have skewness. The number of speeding tickets each senior gets in a class. Now you think a lot of people probably get how many speeding tickets? Like just think like you, your friends, your family. Are you guys getting, guys, gals, and pals, you getting like 0 or getting 100? I would say a lot of people get 0. So there'd probably be a peak here at 0 and it would like go down. Like there's very people, I know not a lot, right? So it would have a peak down here at 0 and be right skew. I would say it's not like everyone gets like same amount of people get 0 to 10 as people get 10 to 20. It's like a lot of people get 0 and very few people get a lot. So I would say this is going to be unimodal, one peak around 0, and skewed because there's people who get a bunch of speeding tickets on the high side. Most of the data values, most data values will be 0 or 1, and very few extreme values. A lot of people getting 0 or 1 ticket, making that peak as we saw. Probably this right here. A lot of people getting 0 or 1, and some people getting a lot. Players' scores in a soccer game. I think I've gotten this one wrong before. Man, this one's tough. Probably a U.S. golf tournament. You probably have like your good golfers and your not so good golfers. Maybe. I think that's the theory on this one. So let's look at the answers first. And every golfer won't get a different score. That's not how golf works. Two golfers can get the same score. Every golfer will score above the mean. That's impossible because the mean is the average of all the golfers. So that's impossible. Most golfers will either be very high or very low, with some golfers in the middle. And so more golfers will score above the mean than below the mean. That might be right. I think it might be this. Is it? It's either this one or this one. This one's like the wackiest one. Multimodal, if you had to, I know, right? Okay, so we're going to go with that theory. Most golfers will be either very high or very low. So that'd be bimodal. It might be symmetric. I think we're going to, yeah, it's mad. I think it is this one. More golfers will score. So that means skew right there. So now it'd have to be unimodal and skewed. Yeah, that's what so once again, you're seeing the answer. Well, what they're thinking is this goes back to what we were talking about a moment ago. This right here, and then thus the median, which is the 50th percentile, would be here. And then the mean is going to get pulled in this direction. And the mean would be down here. So there's more golfers above the mean because the mean's the average. And like people down here doing crazy good are pulling it in that direction. So more golfers are above the mean because of a few random really good games. So, but also, yeah, it just depends. This one's it depends. You could have where it's like raining and horrible and everyone's scoring really high, and and then you could have where you have like your really good golfers and your really bad golfers, and I don't know, it's theoretically possible, and that would be multimodal. Not one of my favorite questions. It did trick us, but it is a homework and we get infinite attempts. So you just go by whatever the theory of this would be, because that's not multimodal right there. Good question / answer. Daryl will throw you some more points right there. Make that a quote of the day. Yeah, thanks, Tiger. You screwed up my homework question. Man, Tiger Woods. Make some good video games. You know what I'm talking about? I used to play those Tiger Woods games all the time. Quote 517 right there. Weights of female babies in a particular hospital over a given year. A lot of things with babies are wetly distributed. All those PGA games are good. A lot of I like Mario Golf. I should get that new Mario. I don't know. I'm still playing a lot of games. Gotta finish some games. Gotta finish Liza P. A lot of things with babies are usually normally distributed, where a lot of babies are going to fall within the range of normality, a little bit high, and extreme values. When we talk about 0, 1, 2, or 3 standard deviation as negatives. So what you're seeing right here is probably most baby weights are centralized around an average, and the mean and median would be virtually identical because of the symmetry of the distribution. So I would say right here that this is probably more unimodal, and it's going to be more symmetric because most babies will have an average weight with about the same number of high and low babies right there. And that's what I drew. Most baby weights are near the middle, and there's kind of a evening out. The average length of hair. Now, here's the thing. Is there an absolute minimum to hair length or an absolute maximum to hair length? Which of those has an absolute minimum or maximum? Just think. Which of those has an absolute minimum, right? So you think about it, you got people. That's how people look, right? Sure, that's a person. And you got short hair. There we go. This is people today. We'll try and draw another person. I don't know how to draw people. And then you got medium length hair. You have the minimum. And then you got another person right here. There you go. That's a real person. Sure. And then you go here and the hair gets even longer. And if you ever grown your hair out, you know about awkward stages. There's usually like somewhere, and it's all right. Man, I am the king of awkward stages of hair. My hair is always in an awkward stage. But with that said, a lot of people usually go for like a shorter build cut, short build, or they go for like this. And then you'll see this right skew to it because your hair could just keep getting longer and longer. So what we have right here is two central areas of hair length for more like medium length hair and then longer hair, or short, medium. You might even say it's multimodal, but there's usually like the length of hair you see from me or shorter. Like there's a central, like here's Brian hair. Or I might be towards the higher side of that. And then there's Chelsea hair. There we go. So we're as normal to the modality of those areas as they could be. And then you can just keep growing your hair forever. And then your hair is crazy long, which is cool. Then you're like in like one of those crazy hair metal bands. The length of average hair on the head of the students, the distribution would probably be bimodal. It's gonna be skewed because you can keep growing your hair out longer. It's possible to have very long hair, but you can't have negative hair. There we go. Boom. There we go. Not that hard of a question, a little tricky. The Center for Disease Control lists the deaths in the United States for 2010. Is it possible to make this graphic? Yes, it is. Because there's no overlap. Yes, because there is no possibility of overlap. And then we get right here, what percent of deaths were from causes not listed here? So all we do right now is we add up the totals and we go 24.2 plus 23.3 plus 5.2 plus 5.6 plus 4.9. And I think I did it right. And we subtract from 100. That is 37.8. No! What'd I do? 36.8. Brian can't math. You get a few attempts. You get 3 attempts. There we go. We have 100 on the home. Oh, we got to do one more. We just have to look for the other category here. The other is the big green space, and it's in the pie chart right there, so we got it right. That's got it. Daryl, I might grab a quick snack from Vicky down in the Vol shop, but it looks like that's got it. So keep up the good work. Let me know if Pearson isn't working. I'm hoping it's working for everyone, but that should be homework number 2 done. We did a homework and we did a jump assignment I'm gonna head off right here real quick and grab a snack. Till then, bye for now, everyone. Bye, Daryl. Keep up the great work. Here's some more points. Bye.